would beat Canelo.
Could you give me a little insight as to why and how?
I'm just telling you, he'll beat him. You know what I'm saying? He got a great team of coaches. You know, he got everything around him to where he'll know he'll beat him.
Bomac, Crawford's trainer, just issued a warning. Terence will defeat Canelo. He also sounded really serious. Someone's legacy could be seriously jeopardized if this battle takes place. The boxing community was shivered by a clue that even Crawford himself revealed. "I'm hunting him," he said. "That's all. I'm searching for everything he has. I'm going to accept it." Those weren't merely words. They were a direct attack on Canelo's self-esteem and all of his accomplishments. It goes beyond simply winning a battle. It's about claiming the honor, the crown, and the glory. Like a predator locked on its prey, Crawford's voice had a sense of hunger as he spoke. This won't be amicable if these two enter the ring. A bout of boxing. There will be a hunt. And only one of them leaves with everything when the hunter and the champion meet. Bomac has previously made audacious forecasts that have come to pass. Crawford said the same thing back when he confronted Errol Spence. Take a look at what transpired.
I know he'll beat him.
What about, was it like his length, his counter punching?
I gotta put that out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I didn't put out there when he beat Spence. I just kept telling everybody he was gonna beat him. You know, when they finally beat him, I tried to tell everybody. Nobody want to listen to me. Now y'all need to start listening to me.
When the lights were brightest, he disproved everyone's warning. He is now raising the same alarm, but nobody appears to be listening. It's more than just hype. It's a trend, an experience-based caution. Canelo might be heading straight into the same storm if history repeats itself. Additionally, Bomac's voice is not noise. It's an indication of things to come. Bomac intensified his efforts with an approach that was much riskier. He asserts that they are aware of Canelo's game's flaws and know just how to address them.
But I don't think people doubt that he has the skill to beat a Canelo. It's the size and the strength and the power. That's what.
That don't mean shit. You can take all that shit away from the fighter. Size, strength, you can take all that away. Because of course, he got holes in his game.
When the lights were brightest, he disproved everyone's warning. He is now raising the same alarm, but nobody appears to be listening. It's more than just hype. It's a trend. An athos goes beyond confidence. It is computed. They have been dissecting him piece by piece while they study him. This type of speech indicates that a trainer sees something that the rest of the world hasn't yet noticed. For years, Canelo has been practically untouchable. However, even giants have weaknesses. And this fight may change quickly if Crawford's squad has indeed discovered such weaknesses. It's possible that the hunter already knows when to strike. Even Shakur Stevenson, a rising talent, has intervened with an opinion that has drawn criticism. Long before anyone dared to speak it aloud, he noticed something in Crawford. Experience-based caution. Canelo might be heading straight into the same storm if history repeats itself. Additionally, Bomac's voice is not noise. It's an indication of things to come. Bomac intensified his efforts with an approach that was much riskier. He asserts that they are aware of Canelo's game's flaws and know just how to...
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terence Crawford is, like, the greatest. Mm-hmm. So, I just feel as though with Canelo's style and, like, the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
Mm-hmm. His opinions are significant not only as a fan, but also as a fellow professional fighter who researches styles. This wasn't a hyperbolic statement. It was sincere, well thought out, and full of conviction. Before anyone else saw it happen with Bivol, Stevenson was aware that Crawford had the necessary equipment. His previous statements are now beginning to seem more like prophecies as the discussions heat up. It's more than just a prediction when boxing experts see the same result. There is a chance. However, Shakur Stevenson had previously supported Crawford over Canelo. Before there was even a serious conversation, he had been calling in this match.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was.
Shakur had already made up his mind when Crawford faced Sean Porter. He was seeing the wider picture when the majority of others were still skeptical. It was not an attempt to follow a trend. It was based on talent, flair, and intuition. Those old statements sting much more now that the battle is more serious. We ought to have listened to the first voices all along, sometimes. Shakur discussed more than just belief. He dissected the battle from a stylistic perspective, and what he identified could be the decisive factor for Crawford.
I think Bud is a southpaw. I think that's the part that kind of that's underestimated about the fight. I think him being a southpaw makes it a little harder for Canelo. I think Canelo has some type of trouble with southpaw when I watched him fight John Ryder.
Yep.
John Ryder, and John Ryder wasn't that good. It's just Canelo was fighting against the southpaw, and it made it a little bit harder than usual. But with the Madrimov fight, I just felt like Madrimov is a good fighter, and stylistically, he's a lot different than Canelo.
There is more to being a southpaw than just a posture. Canelo has encountered this issue previously. Shakur's dissection demonstrates how Crawford's approach can highlight Canelo's weaknesses. Although Canelo has struggled at times, we are now discussing a player that is capable of complete capitalization. Strength isn't the only factor here. It all comes down to timing, accuracy, and angles. And this war might be riskier than anyone anticipated if style truly does make a difference. Even seasoned promoter Frank Warren was unable to avoid the future. He made a point that many people are beginning to understand. It won't be simple in September.
Well, he's got a big fight, hasn't he, in September, first of all.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a tough fight for him against Paul.
Warren's voice was serious. It was realistic and filled with worry. He is an expert at the fight game, and he means it when he says it's a tough one. This is more than just build-up or hype. It's an experience-based warning. The stakes are much higher if Crawford is Canelo's next opponent. And this may be the pivotal moment in Canelo's career as a fighter. Frank Warren discussed more than just the difficulty. He questioned Canelo's shape at the moment. He made a suggestion that the disparity in size might not be as significant as people believe.